Right. Have you ever found yourself watching life unfold, problems, opportunity, while wondering, when is it my turn to act? At what moment does that shift happen? When do you stop observing and start doing? Hi, my name is Carmi Rosensweig, and for my SLED, I worked with a high-end furniture company and a wastewater treatment systems company. This wasn't my first idea on what I wanted to do for an internship. To be honest, I totally lost sight on the real purpose of internship. It's not just 3 weeks to ski, but to explore jobs and career paths for life after high school. Once I remembered that was the point, the idea to better myself for my next steps was priority. I found that these two internships both worked out. There's a saying I like to live by. It's better to have a skill and not need it than need the skill and not have it. This influenced my decision to try out these new opportunities. A goal in life is to be able to have my own mental tool library, to get skills and tools under my belt to guide me through my life. You may be thinking, what does a mental tool library mean? For each person, it's completely different. For me, a mental tool library is a place where I keep all sorts of skills, knowledge, and most importantly, the confidence in myself to just thug it out. Once these skills and knowledge are gathered, it forces me to have a shift from observing to acting. An example of being proactive was my time at WSI, one of my internships, when a tree was deemed a hazard on their property and needed it to be removed. Instead of being an observer, I decided to act. I was reminded of the woodchopper crew that we have here at RMSEL, and I told them about it. I got them to spend the morning loading up the tree and driving the wood here for school. This is a win-win situation. They get rid of a tree without having to pay for the removal, and RMSEL gets another delivery of wood that can be sent up to Pine Ridge. In the past, I would not have been this proactive and such a doer. That moment reminded me, leadership isn't a big, loud thing. Sometimes it's just about stepping up. Another time I was proactive was when I learned to weld for my internship. Welding is a very technical skill that is very sought after these days. I help construct large stainless steel tanks that hold thousands of gallons of water. Measuring, cutting, hoisting beams into place, and welding them all together. For the past year, everyone and their mom has been saying, Carmi, what are you going to do next year? You can become a ski bum, you can go to college, or just sail off into the sunset. The focus is always on the end goal, college. I think we put way too much attention and pressure on the end goal and not enough on the journey it takes to get there. How am I supposed to know what to study if I've never had experience in the real world? Thanks to these experiences, I now have an answer. I decided to attend the University of Colorado at Boulder to study environmental design. So, how did my tool library grow during my internship? I learned to operate shop machinery, drive digital designs in Autodesk, and create files that can be sent to a CNC machine and be brought to life, watching an idea go from screen to steel. All these skills are now tucked away in my library where nobody can take them away from me, unless I forget. I may not have started this journey knowing exactly where I wanted to be, but by being proactive and putting in the work, I found direction, purpose, and a whole new set of tools to help me move forward. Thank you. Next up, Reactive.